Psychic Matters with Théato, the top-ranked spirituality podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 112 of the Psychic Matters podcast, where I explore the fascinating world of psychic and mediumship development. I am your host, Théato, and today I'm talking about a topic that lies at the very heart of our spiritual work, the aura and the auric field. Now, before I get started, I just want to give you a quick reminder that if you're interested maybe in developing your psychic abilities or exploring mediumship, or maybe you're just interested in connecting more deeply with your spiritual path, be sure to visit my website at antheato.com. I offer private coaching, one-to-one readings, and some fascinating courses which you might find are just what you need to accelerate your journey. I'd love to work with you. Now, in this episode, I will uncover the importance of the aura in our psychic and mediumistic practice. I will discuss how it acts as a bridge between the physical world and the spiritual realms. And by the end of this episode, you will have a much deeper understanding of why the aura is such an essential tool for psychics and for mediums. Years ago, well, I used to think of the aura as something mystical or even ethereal. I don't think I even believed it existed. But over time, through research, practical experience, and by listening to physicists, I came to understand that the auric field is rooted in science. The energetic vibrations and frequencies that make up the aura can be measured. It's a reflection of our emotional, mental, and physical states. But don't just take my word for it. I encourage you always to explore the science for yourself. Researchers continue to uncover its mysteries, and in this episode, I'm sharing some key insights to help you get up to speed quickly. Throughout history, cultures have recognized the aura as a way to perceive and understand a person's overall well-being. In mediumship, we use the aura to connect with the spiritual realm, and its colors and vibrations offer insights not just into the person we're reading for, but also into their connection to spirit. Whether you are sensing a loved one who has passed or tuning into a client's energy, the aura serves as our guide, bridging two worlds to bring deeper clarity and connection. I will explain how the aura plays a crucial role in spirit communication. I'll talk about its impact on readings and how it can enhance your intuitive skills. And I'll also share some practical tips to help you develop sensitivity to the aura so you can tune in more clearly to the energies that influence your work. So what exactly is the aura and how does it play a role in mediumship and psychic work? Well, the term aura refers to the subtle energy field that surrounds and permeates a living being. It encompasses physical, emotional, and spiritual dimensions. The aura emits colors and vibrations that indicate a person's spiritual and emotional state, and it's often described as a luminous, multi-layered field of energy. The aura extends beyond the physical body, and it's integral to both psychic readings and spirit communication. Many people believe that the auric field exists on multiple levels, commonly referring to four key layers: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Try to remember them or note them down. Physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual are really, really important. And through the teachings of spirit guides, it is understood that the aura, or if you want to call it a human atmosphere, is largely electromagnetic in nature, and it surrounds the body like a dynamic vortex of energy. By reading the aura, psychic practitioners like me and you can gather insights about an individual's past or present or potential future. And the vibrational frequencies within the aura offer us valuable guidance, and it provides information that can lead to healing and clarity and greater self-awareness. So whether you are an experienced medium, a budding psychic, or simply curious about the subtle energies around you, understanding the aura is key to deepening your practice and developing your intuitive skills. So stay tuned as we explore this fascinating topic in depth. The auric field of a human being serves as an energetic blueprint containing not only a person's life story, but also their joys and their sorrows, their personality, and the entirety of their experiences physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Now, while the aura is not physical, it's often felt as a subtle energy by those who are sensitive to its vibrations. It's like an energetic imprint of who we are, and it reflects our inner states and life experiences. For a medium, understanding and working with the aura can provide really deep insights into a person's overall well-being, their emotional state, and their energetic balance. And this knowledge can be invaluable in mediumship, helping to unravel the complexities of an individual's life and offering a clearer channel for spirit communication. The auric field is an emanation of energy that radiates from the body, and it can be seen in various colors. The energy field is not confined to any clear-cut edges, which makes it a little bit difficult to define where it starts and where it ends. But despite the remarkable advancements in science, a large portion of our energetic body remains a mystery. So while much has been speculated, the complexity and the layers of the auric field are still not fully understood. And this lack of clarity means that psychics and mediums must approach the subject with care, particularly when discussing the aura with others. It's essential to exercise sensitivity and avoid making statements that could cause confusion or fear or distress, because it can be a really deeply personal and vulnerable topic for so many people. Now, Kirlian photography. You might have heard of Kirlian photography. It was developed in the 1930s by Russian researchers Semyon Kirlian and his wife Valentina, and it's a fascinating technique that captures images of the energetic field surrounding living beings and objects. And the process involves placing a subject, such as a leaf or a human hand, on a photographic plate that is connected to a high-frequency electrical source. This causes the subject to emit a corona discharge, which is essentially a visible form of energy. And this discharge creates a glowing light around the subject, which is captured on film and reveals an image of the aura or the energetic field of that person or living thing or object. And while Kirlian photography is often associated with the aura, I think it's really important for us to note and remember that what it captures isn't exactly the same thing as the full auric field as understood in metaphysical terms. So it really records the subtle electrical patterns around the body or object. But many people who work in psychic and spiritual fields believe that these patterns can offer valuable insights into a person's physical, emotional, and spiritual state. So Kirlian photographs often reveal variations in the intensity and shape of the energy surrounding an individual, which some interpret as reflecting changes in health or emotions, or even a person's overall vitality. In this way, Kirlian photography has served as a bridge between science and spirituality, offering a tangible glimpse into the unseen energy fields that surround us and sparking further interest in the study of the aura and the energetic bodies. Now, while the scientific community may debate the true nature and significance of what Kirlian photography captures, it is, I think, an exciting reminder that the energetic world around us is real and measurable, even if we don't fully understand all of its complexities. Science has proven that everything in the universe is made up of energy, and this energy is constantly vibrating at different frequencies. Every object, every living being, and even thought or emotion that we have carries a vibrational frequency, which is an essential part of the energetic fabric of the cosmos. This concept is a cornerstone of both modern physics and metaphysical traditions, where the energetic nature of existence is recognized as the foundation of all things. One notable figure in bridging the realms of science and spirituality was a gentleman called Sir Oliver Lodge. He was a distinguished physicist and Christian spiritualist, and he lived from 1851 to 1940. I was going to say around 1851, but you've got to have an exact date, haven't you? He was born in 1851 and he died in 1940, and he worked to reconcile these two worlds. And he contributed significantly to both scientific discovery and spiritual thought. Oliver Lodge devoted much of his career to studying electromagnetic radiation, as well as the phenomena of electricity and magnetism. And he was one of the first to propose the existence of ether, an invisible, all-pervasive substance that he believed filled the entire universe. Although his ideas were initially met with skepticism and even rejection by the scientific community, Lodge's groundbreaking work helped to lay the groundwork for the theory of relativity later developed by Albert Einstein. Lodge's exploration of ether and electromagnetic energy helped shape our understanding of how energy permeates the universe. Though his theories were unconventional at the time, they have had lasting implications on the study of energy fields, including how we understand the auric field. His work showed that energy flows through and around everything, shaping our reality in ways that we're only beginning to understand now. In fact, his insights can be understood as a precursor to the recognition that human body's energetic field, what we often refer to as the aura, exists as part of this greater interconnected vibrational system. The idea that everything is made of energy vibrating at different frequencies also highlights how this can back up what we do in psychic and mediumistic work. When you start to look at the subtle energies around us, you realize just how much our vibrational patterns influence our physical, emotional, and spiritual states. Science is starting to uncover the connection between our energy fields and our well-being. In the same way Lodge explored electromagnetic radiation, we're now starting to see the energetic world around us as something real and measurable, which gives us a new lens through which to understand practices like mediumship and psychic work. The energetic vibrations within the auric field manifest as high-frequency light, which people with heightened sensitivity can perceive. These vibrations exist within a spectrum of colors, each with its own meaning. So, for example, red in an auric field might indicate power, while green can represent new beginnings. And as a medium, I interpret these colors based on my intuitive readings, which helps me understand the energy surrounding a person. Now, the aura has different layers, and the first layer I'll talk about is the aura that emanates from the physical body. And this layer is quite close to the body, usually just 1 or 2 inches away. It reflects the physical state of a person. In other words, it's often what gives us insight into their health. We can sense this closeness during a reading because the aura feels very near to the body, and its colors can shift and change depending on physical conditions such as illness or discomfort. But the aura extends further out too. Beyond that first layer, you have another layer that represents the mental and emotional aspects of your energy. And this layer typically stretches out 1 or 2 feet from the body. But interestingly, science and research in biofield energy have shown that our emotional states can influence the size and intensity of this field. For instance, during moments of high emotion, whether that be stress or joy or excitement or fear, the aura can expand beyond its usual range, sometimes reaching several feet out from the body. One way we know this is through the work of bioenergy researchers like those involved in Kirlian photography, which captures the energy field of a person and can show changes in its size and brightness in response to different emotional and physical states. In this way, the aura becomes a living map of a person's mental and emotional health, reflecting their inner world. In addition, Practitioners of energy medicine, like those who use acupuncture or Reiki, they've observed firsthand that the emotional state of a person can directly affect the size and colour of the energy field. By understanding how the aura shifts during different emotional experiences, psychics and mediums can interpret these subtle changes to gain deeper insight into a person's mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. In physical mediumship, we have been taught by spirit operators that the aura of the physical body plays a crucial role in physical phenomena. One example being the formation of ectoplasmic rods. Spirit operators are spiritual beings who assist in the mediumistic process by guiding the energy flow and manifestation of physical phenomena. They may not always be visible, but they help direct the energies needed for things like ectoplasm to form. Ectoplasm, you're probably wondering what that is. It's not something you see in Ghostbusters, but it is actually a substance that's exuded from the medium's body, which spirit operators use to create physical phenomena like ectoplasmic rods. And these rods, sometimes visible or perceptible by touch, they act as conduits, channeling energy between the spirit world and the physical realm. They can help facilitate manifestations such as materializations or the movement of objects. Now, you might be wondering what exactly is physical mediumship. In short, it's a form of mediumship where a medium allows the direct manifestation of physical phenomena through their energy field. And these phenomena can include things like objects moving or voices from the spirit world, materialization of spirit forms. And unlike mental mediumship, where the medium communicates with spirits through mental impressions or messages, physical mediumship produces tangible evidence of the spirit world's presence, witnessed by all present in the room. One fascinating aspect of physical mediumship is the formation of ectoplasm, and it can take on various forms from mist to solid objects, and ectoplasmic rods are one of those forms. And they're described as rod-like structures of ectoplasm that extend, as I say, from the medium's body, and they can be manipulated by the spirit operators to help move objects and form spirit faces, or they help in communication in various ways. Now let's bring in the science. The human auric field, as I've mentioned, is partly electromagnetic in nature. And when a medium enters a heightened state during physical mediumship, their auric field becomes a conduit for energy. And this energy can be used to manifest physical phenomena, including ectoplasmic rods. The electromagnetic properties of the auric field interact with the energies of the spirit world and facilitate the creation of these phenomena. And the process is linked to bioelectricity, where the energy emitted by the body can influence and be influenced by external energies. In magnetic healing, a similar principle applies. Healers use their auric energy, especially the electromagnetic energy they radiate, to channel healing vibrations into the patient. The healer's energy acts as a bridge, helping balance the energy within the patient's body. The auric fields of both the healer and the patient resonate with each other, facilitating the transfer of energy for healing purposes. This connection allows the healer to direct their vital energy to restore balance within the patient's energetic system. So, in both physical mediumship and magnetic healing, the auric field is key, whether in manifesting physical phenomena or in transferring healing energy. The aura is intricately involved in spirit communication in various ways. When mediums engage in spirit communication, they interact with the energetic frequencies and vibration of the spirit world, and the aura acts as a bridge between the two realms. Spirit communicators can interact with individuals by influencing or affecting their auras. Sensitives, mediums, or those attuned to spiritual energies can perceive these subtle changes in the aura, facilitating communication beyond our physical senses. Meditation, energy healing, and psychic development exercises can help you tune into the subtle vibrations and energies of the aura. And by doing this, you open up a clearer, more receptive channel for connecting with the spiritual realm. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, there were some incredible figures in the world of mediumship who were deeply connected with the aura and its energetic significance. Can't say it, significance. Two of the most renowned were Madame Blavatsky and Edgar Cayce. Madame Blavatsky was a central figure in the spiritualist movement and the founder of the Theosophical Society, and she described the aura as a luminous field of energy that surrounds every individual. She believed that this energy field was a reflection of a person's spiritual and emotional state, offering insight into their inner world. Blavatsky was ahead of her time in many ways, emphasizing the importance of developing our psychic faculties through practices like meditation and visualization. These techniques, she believed, were vital for enhancing one's ability to perceive the aura more clearly. She also saw meditation as a way to deepen our connection to the subtle energies that surround us, opening up pathways for spiritual growth and communication with unseen realms. Now, Edgar Cayce, often referred to as the sleeping prophet, took a different approach, but also had a profound connection to the aura. Cayce would enter a self-induced trance state, and during this time, he could access information from what he called the subconscious mind, a sort of universal consciousness. He had an extraordinary ability to interpret the energies and auras of individuals, and he often recommended spiritual practices like prayer and self-hypnosis to help people develop their own psychic abilities. Cayce was deeply interested in how these spiritual practices could help people attune to the vibrations of the aura and access intuitive insights. In fact, in his book, There is a River, the story of Edgar Cayce, he talks about how his mind in its subconscious state would tune into the subconscious minds of others, and he described it like this. The mind is amenable to suggestion, the same as all other subconscious minds, but in addition thereto, it has the power to interpret to the objective mind of others what it acquires from the subconscious mind of other individuals. Complicated or what? What Edgar Cayce is saying here is that our subconscious minds are connected and they hold on to everything we experience. Our conscious minds might forget things, but our subconscious minds remember everything. And in Cayce's case, his subconscious could tap into this collective pool of knowledge, giving him access to the energy and impressions from other people's subconscious minds. Cayce also mentioned how he would interpret and relay information while in his trance state, almost like he was a third person. He believed that while his conscious mind was asleep, his subconscious mind could communicate directly with other subconscious minds, gathering knowledge and energy from all those connected on this deeper spiritual level. What really is fascinating about both Blavatsky and Cayce is that they both understood the aura and psychic abilities as something that can be nurtured. They both emphasized that by working with practices such as meditation, prayer, and visualization, we can all tap into this invisible energy field, gaining greater clarity, healing, and even spiritual insight. Now, there's a wonderful tutor at the Arthur Findlay College called Paul Jacobs, who's done some incredible work with the aura. Building on the pioneering work of mediums before him, contemporary psychics and mediums like Paul continue to utilize the aura in their practices today. And in his wonderful book, which I have here, Paul, Man of Spirit, Paul Jacobs dedicates an entire chapter to working with the auric field. And I highly recommend you purchase this book as one of your well, fairly vital study books. And Paul addresses something that's a common concern among many of us mediums and sensitives, those who may be hesitant to engage with the aura because they don't always perceive it in the traditional objective way that some may expect. But what Paul clarifies is that you don't need to see the aura in a traditional sense to work with it. The colours within the aura can be felt, and that's the key. And Paul goes on to explain that while the presence of a certain colour in someone's aura can hold different meanings, these meanings are not fixed. The shade and the placement of the colour within the auric field can tell us so much more. And he says, and I quote, "When I'm doing a reading, I use my sensitivity to tell me which aspect of the aura is relevant. For example, does it relate to the person's material or emotional life, or to the spiritual aspect of their being, and which of the core meanings of the colour do I need to work with?" Paul describes colour as a key, one that unlocks the door to deeper understanding. And as his readings progress, Paul may receive clairvoyant images or even clairaudient words to give him more specific details that are part of the overall picture. And what's interesting is that Paul can be aware of all of this on a psychic level without necessarily needing the involvement of anyone from the spirit world. What's really powerful is that the interpretation of colours in the aura isn't just about one's overall energetic state. It also varies depending on what aspect of a person's life you're focusing on, whether that's their physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual state. The aura gives us a rich and detailed snapshot, and learning to read it can open up so much more about who we truly are. Practical techniques for developing auric perception abound in the teachings of both pioneers and contemporary practitioners. Meditation, for instance, is a foundational practice recommended by many spiritual leaders and mediums for attuning to the aura's subtle energies. By quietening the mind and focusing inward, we can sharpen our intuitive faculties and deepen our connection to the energetic realms. Visualization exercises are another effective method for enhancing auric perception. By imagining ourselves surrounded by a radiant field of light and colours, we cultivate a heightened awareness of our own aura and that of others. Regular practice with these techniques leads to a greater clarity and precision in interpreting the nuances of the auric field. The aura is not just a spiritual concept, but a dynamic and measurable field that plays a significant role in our well-being, our health, and our psychic development. Beyond understanding the aura's different layers and how we perceive them, there are practical techniques for working directly with this energy field, including energy healing modalities like Reiki and spiritual healing. These practices offer incredible tools for balancing and harmonizing the auric field. Reiki, for example, channels universal life force energy into the body, clearing blockages and promoting the flow of energy. Similarly, spiritual healing works with the body's energy to restore balance. Whether through hands-on healing or distant energy transmissions, practitioners experience how the aura shifts, responds, and contributes to overall health and well-being. Now, you might be wondering, how does all of this tie into the science? Well, science is beginning to support what spiritual practitioners have long known, that the body's energy system has profound effects on our physical and mental health. The electromagnetic nature of the human aura can be measured with biofeedback techniques. Research shows that the energy we emit influences our mood, health, and even our interactions with others. The field of quantum biology is now exploring how energy fields interact with our cells, providing a scientific framework for understanding the energetic healing that we see in practices like Reiki. By integrating practical healing techniques and insights from pioneers like Madame Blavatsky, Edgar Cayce, and of course our beautiful Paul Jacobs, we can deepen our understanding of the aura's significance in spiritual practice. Whether you're looking to enhance your intuitive abilities, facilitate communication with the spirit world, or promote healing, developing your perception of the auric field can unlock profound insights and transformative experiences. As we continue to explore the science of energy and open ourselves to the wisdom of both ancient and modern practices, we learn to tune into the subtle energies around us, gaining clarity and insight, not just into others, but into ourselves. Our auras reflect who we are, our health, emotions, and connection to the spiritual realm. They're not just something we perceive, they're something we can work with, grow with, and heal with. And with growing scientific evidence backing the impact of our energetic fields on our well-being, we are only beginning to scratch the surface of how the aura and energy work shape our lives. I hope today's episode has helped you to see the auric field in a new light. If you've enjoyed today's episode and you want to dive deeper into your own spiritual development or maybe explore mediumship further, head over to my website, Théato.com. You'll find details of my upcoming courses, private coaching, and events. I'd love to work with you on your journey. Until next time, take care and keep pushing forward those boundaries of consciousness. It's so important. My name is Théato, and thank you for listening to Psychic Matters.